Hello, my bear friends. Let's see what we have for you today. Obviously, the bear is an earth element creature. And where is it hiding? Okay, here we go. Waking from spiritual slumber. My goodness. Beginning anew. Big changes for you. After a long winter, the bear arises from deep slumber. At first, the movement and effort are difficult, but the bear knows it's time to awaken and move toward the dawning light. The bear card represents an individual on the cusp of new directions and personal transformation. The initial weeks and months of this spiritual quest may feel tricky, cumbersome, and full of obstacles. But you have no choice, bear. Winter wanes, the warmth of spring emerges, and your transformation begins. All right. When in balance, inner strength and yearning to grow. When out of balance, withdrawal, lethargy, heaviness. To bring into balance, movement, exercise. Interesting. Okay, bear. To me, this sounds very much like you need movement that will help you to increase your awareness. So I would suggest meditative movement, whether that's, walking meditation, possibly nature hikes, yoga, of course, Tai Chi, yoga, Qigong. I'm really getting walking a lot. Anyway, moving on. That was your significator. Now we have the tea leaf cards, which are to help you determine whether or not this is your reading. We have sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. Well, that certainly ties in with the bear. Then we have fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Boot, increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Bag, something important such as a new job or raise. You're very, it's sounding very materially oriented right now, but perhaps not. We have clouds, temporary problems, and seahorse, family members. I'm not sure about this bag card. Well, let's see why are you here? What are your questions? What do you think is, or what do you want some clarity on, perhaps? A wish is granted. Ah, you feel something's lacking in your life. Well, that makes sense. Temptation will test you, and strong emotions, passionate love or hate. All right. Oh, well, it appears you are still feeling a bit confused about which way you're going. Situations in the balance that can require careful handling. Beware of greed. That's pretty straightforward. But we have this muddled, unclear thinking. I feel like going with tarot right now. What is going on with you, bear person? Page of Swords. Been getting a lot of Page of Swords in my readings lately. So the Page of Swords is a student, someone who is eager to learn, curious. You have the Page of Swords in the upright. This is a good thing. You want to be somebody who is willing to learn about anything and to see multiple points of view. to consider a lot of things and not just one way of looking at the world or any subject. And yet, okay, Eight of Wands. So rapid change, rapid progress, rapidly incoming news. But we also have the Hangman in a crossing position. The Hangman is about a willingness to see things from a new perspective, even if that means you have to sacrifice something, whether it's beliefs or a way of being in the world. Yeah, now we have the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles, fours are always about foundations. The Four of Pentacles in particular is about your financial or material foundation. In the upright, it's frequently holding things back, trying to be cautious with your savings, your income, your spending. Really feeling a concern to protect what you have. So in reverse, cards can be either the opposite meaning or there can be an intensification of the upright meaning. So you may be feeling very, very fearful concerning your material foundation, or you may be feeling like that's interesting. I need to open up and expand a bit, or I need to leave it behind. Oh, yep. You are getting ready to leave something behind. That makes perfect sense. Honestly. If you are the bear awakening from your spiritual slumber, then yes, you are going to have to leave behind your old way of being. You have the World card here, which means a great deal of expansion into something really different. A new chapter for you. But you are in the process of leaving everything that you once thought you knew. All right. I can see where that would make you feel uncertain, unsettled, and confused. You probably don't know where you're going. Let's see what the universe has to say to you. Perfect timing. Love, desire, joy, bliss. Doorbell. Someone's coming. Or a transition. Opportunity knocks. Return, connect, choices. Yep. So it is time to look within to find your true compass, your inner compass. Find your life path, your direction. It seems like you're on the path to something very different, but very positive. So we have the crow, which is generally considered a pretty magical creature, and as well as being very intelligent and a good problem solver. Mask. So something is being masked. Perhaps you're masking your changes from those around you, which is a stage that most people seem to go through at some point in their awakening. I I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, because you're unsteady and uncertain for a while. You're finding your feet, your balance in this new you, this new way of being. You can't stay there forever, but I think it's kind of like being in the cocoon. Is if that's your motive. I mean, are you hiding because you are still coming to terms or becoming stronger? You do have to develop resolve, purpose, brand new. Take a new course, a new direction. You'll be feeling very inexperienced, very vulnerable for a while. And you're going to need resilience. You're going to need resolve, focus, strength, persistence. And then you get your sunrise. Your happy beginning, new beginning. What you need to understand, though, is it's darkest before the dawn. I'm really not sure there's anything more to be said. It's a short reading. But yeah. This is what I always tell people when they start going through a spiritual awakening. It's tough. It's challenging. But it's worth it in the long run. So here we have it. Awakening, fresh start. And this was waking from your spiritual slumber. So clearly you are meant to be taking a more spiritual path through life. What that will look like will vary widely depending on you, your life circumstances. I'm trying to take a look at the numbers here for a sec. Nothing's jumping out at me. I mean, you seem to have a lot of 2s, but maybe not. You don't really have any repeating numbers, so I don't think there's anything there. All right, let's see what the Mystical Shaman deck has to say to you, and we'll leave it there. Pachamama. This is number 40. The essence. Pachamama represents the unconditional love that the earth has for all her children, including the stones, the plants, the animals, and humans. She is the goddess of earth, also known as Gaia, who pervades all creation in our planet. Thanks to Pachamama, our timeless soul can experience life in a biological body. The joy and pain we taste during our brief time on earth are invitations to discover the boundless love of Pachamama. The invitation: you are a child of the earth. Now is the time to eat right, love right, and be joyous, regardless of the circumstances you may find yourself in. Be grateful for your life, your body, and all that nourishes you. Pachamama invites you to relish each breath, embrace your joy and your pain equally, and discover love through both. Let Pachamama know how much you appreciate all her blessings with an act of service, such as planting a tree, helping save an endangered species, or protecting the ocean. The medicine. You still believe that you've been cast out of the Garden of Eden, that you are motherless and homeless. You suppose that you need to work very hard to survive or thrive. It is time to stop suffering. Let go of that old myth and realize you were given the garden to rejoice in and to become its steward. Your melancholy is really a longing to return to the heart of Pachamama. Listen deeply to the mother who is always there for you. Walk in beauty and honor all life. All right, I'm going to leave this here for you. I am wishing you all the best on your journey. I think you are well on your way. You will adapt. Be patient with yourself.